This is the real perspective, and we are here with our first ever video. I'm just going to get straight to the point, no intro, nothing. This video is going to be called Why Liverpool Are Going to Make Top 4. This is a 2-person channel, by the way, so yeah.
Liverpool came 6th last season in the Barclays Premier League, and with signings of James Milner, Danny Ings, Nathaniel Klein, Roberto Firmino, Christian Benteke, and Joe Gomez, and Adam Bogdan, we think Liverpool will get top 4.
The most likely people they're going to be battling with is Manchester United, but Manchester United did lose Di Maria, Falcao, and Van Persie. What do you think of that?
Van Persie being a very key player, Di Maria being a flop, and Falcao only being on loan, and Man United still getting top 4. It was just very, very fluky season in my opinion, and I think Liverpool will do much better, taking those chances. Christian Benteke with that screamer he scored against an English club, so Firmino and Benteke could, have a feel of English football.
I personally believe Di Maria, Falcao, and Van Persie had much more to prove, and Louis van Gaal didn't utilise them players, especially they're world class.
Yeah, especially Angel Di Maria. I think Falcao was obviously only on loan, but Van Persie, his time was up. But Angel Di Maria, obviously being at his prime, you would expect a lot more from him, and the fact that he would be used to the Premier League, I think this season if he stayed at Man United, he would have been the best player there, aside Memphis Depay, and he would have been an absolute superstar. But Man United, just very impatient. They're just buying success in my opinion, and you can say the same about Liverpool, but we're not buying Bastian Schweinsteiger. He only had 15 appearances this season. We're not buying unproven players like Darmian. Yes, we did buy Joe Gomez. He's a 20-year-old for £3.5 million. And if you did see his pre-season performances, are a very, very high standard, and in my opinion better than Alberto Moreno played. And I just don't think Man United will be up for it this season. Other teams are like Manchester City. Yeah. What do you think? How do you think they would be involved in the top 4 race?
I've been looking at other predictions on YouTube, top 4 predictions, and I'm seeing Manchester at 5th. And this is mainly due to their only signing is Raheem Sterling. And I don't think he can make a major effect, because, in other words, if Aguero doesn't perform, Man City are not going to get any goals.
Injury prone, yeah.
Sterling, I don't think he can handle it on his own. He's just too small. It'll be too much pressure on him, and I don't think he will handle the Barclays Premier League defenders. And I see Manchester City going 5th, but I highly doubt that will happen. And I think 4th and 5th is battling with Liverpool. Anyway, let's talk about Manchester United's new signings.
So, Memphis Depay, what do you think?
I don't think he'll be great just yet.
£31 million spent on the 20-year-old.
Let's give him another season. I think he'll start to settle in. This has happened with Suarez. I'm not saying he's Suarez, but I think it'll take quite a long time to settle. And Rooney really needs to step up, but I think he's a bit too old. He has done this when Cristiano Ronaldo left. He was a top goal scorer, but that was 5 years ago. He's a lot more older, and I don't think he can score all the goals on his own now with his age, and therefore that's why I don't think Manchester United will make it. Anyway, let's get to the key point here, what the title is. Let's talk about all of Liverpool's signings, so if you would explain.
We will start off with Danny Ings coming on a $7 million deal, obviously being a world record for a I forgot the word, Obviously, being under 24 and being out of contract, Liverpool had to pay a certain amount of money, and 7 million it was paid. I think it's a decent deal. He does have a lot of potential, a lot of pace. Maybe needs to work on his finishing. Makes lots of runs in behind, and I think he can make the midfield shine a lot with making those runs in behind very dangerous. What do you think about Roberto Firmino coming from Hoffenheim, Bundesliga club?
Well, there's lots of build-up and excitement to Roberto Firmino. He's come from the Bundesliga for £29 million.
It's a lot of money.
The expectation on him is a lot, and there's going to be lots of pressure on him.
But in my opinion, having 4 years under your belt in first team Bundesliga football, it's quite superb. In my opinion, completely worth £29 million. But Memphis Depay, 2 years in PSV, 2 years in the first team. Yes, he did shine. Really, Dutch league only like about 3 teams in it. Well, whereas the Bundesliga, there's Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, obviously the big boys, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, and he does outshine in the Hoffenheim team. So
I think Roberto Firmino too good, especially with Coutinho. Anyway, let's quickly go with Adam Bogdan. Just a quick summary, nothing really to talk about.
Ward being out on loan, obviously if Lake something happens, Adam Bogdan pretty solid in pre-season, not very risky, just a decent signing for free as well. In my opinion, totally worth it.
Joe Gomez,
3.5 million, can't go wrong. Very good in pre-season, showed a lot of potential. If he's a centre back, he played very, very well at left back, and he outshined our first team left back of last season. That is ridiculous. What about you? What do you think? Of my man, Screamer, Mr. £32.5 million, Christian Benteke.
He's come from the Barclays Premier League. He's proven statistically he can do good. So I think he'll definitely make it.
Do you think we overpaid?
Well, we have to see how he does.
James Milner, very, very good. Showed great signs in pre-season. Overall, I think it was a very, very good transfer market for Liverpool. What would you rate this business? Good business out of 10. Good business, bad business, decent.
We forgot Nathaniel Klein.
Yes, Nathaniel Klein.
And James Milner.
No, we done James Milner.
Right.
Nathaniel Klein, very, very good. Proven in the Barclays Premier League. Most clearances, most tackles for a full back.
Yeah.
Best right back we could go for.
Yeah. So moving on to your question.
I would actually go for a 9 out of 10. Yeah. We bought that striker that we needed. Another striker for
right back.
The Capital One Cup. We bought right back. We bought
James Milner.
We done the left back problem. We got a good amount of midfielders now.
Origi coming back from
loan, showing good signs of potential. I think it's going to be very, very solid this season. I think Liverpool will get that 3rd position, in my opinion.
Thank you for watching.
Like, subscribe, keep this conversation going down in the comment section, and yeah.